Magic Mage here. I was asked a question by a lord, and the question proposed was what affects your troop load size. So, what they were really looking at is this load size here and what makes that capacity greater. And there's a couple of answers to this. There is some research that you can do within your academy. It's pretty advanced research, but you can get to their Immortal page, and it's right around here. And this is going to increase your troop number, and increasing your troop number, you'll increase your load size. So this research right before your energy surge would help with that troop size. However, early in the game, getting to that point is not an easy task to achieve, and you want to take and be able to ensure you're continuing to bring in resources when you are sending your troops out to farm with as little effort as possible. And there is a way you can do this. So when you look at your immortals and you go into your page, and I will select just any immortal. I tend to farm with my lower level immortals because it doesn't increase my power when I'm in a lower server. So if I do want the option to jump and migrate to a different server, the cost of portals may remain low. When I do choose my immortals, when I do this, I make sure not only are they a lower level immortal, but I also try to make sure that the elements do not all align so we don't get the boost from using, let's say, all three wind elements. And I also try to ensure that the immortals I'm choosing have good synergy with my main march. So if my main march is using Peter, which is a spearman immortal, I'm going to make sure I am using spearman immortals when I am creating my farming marches. This one's a bowman, and I do use bowman in my main march, so this is a great one to start with for an example. So the first thing is I tend to use this level up, and I will level up when I'm very new in the game, just opening up my accounts, and I just have 2 or 3 marches available to me to either level 6 or 8. As I get to season 1 or 2, that level tends to go from either 8 to about 10, and then when I get towards the end of season 2 into season 3, I try to bring those up to around level 20. At that point, it tends to cost a lot more in terms of our basic experience roles, and I don't want to use too many of those. So that's the first thing I do. The second thing I do is I will also boost my immortal. And again, I start in the earlier stages around level 5. When I get to season 1, I might bring it up to 6 or 8. When I get to season 2, about 10 to 15. And then season 3, right around a boost 20. And again, that is just based off of what my troops need and what my buildings need and how many extra resources I need to bring in for my marches while I'm not using as much energy and still trying to keep my overall march power, which is this highest power achieved, low as possible. So if I do want the option to jump, I can without exporting myself to use a lot of portals. And the portals I'm talking about can be seen in your other bag within the backpack. And if you are not a level 8 castle or below, you want to make sure you're looking at these orange portals. So to increase my load, I'm going to start with, like I said, an immortal. I'm going to choose that bowman immortal, and I'm going to show you just how this increases your power. And whether it be a bowman or a elite immortal, it really doesn't matter as long as you are looking at this immortal will be fine. I'll do Lancelot today. As long as we're looking at the overall boost and the overall troop size that we're increasing here. So as I go into my immortal page, what would I do? Lancelot. We're going to take and find my Lancelot guy. Here he is. We're going to take and boost him. So we're going to start with a boost. I'm going to go up to level 2, 5, and then I'll show you what that does. And just that increase in overall amount of power. Here. And we'll stop at 3 so we can just check and see where we're at. So if I go to 3, over to my Lancelot, just put it on auto so we can make sure that's true to size. 188,720. If I go back to my Immortal, where's my Lancelot? Here he is. Let's boost him to 5, 4, and then 5. We'll take and apply those all on too. As we go back to my troops, I'll be able to see that this load carrying size has increased for me. Like I said, I also look at the overall levels that the Immortal is. So let's level Lancelot up. There's my Lancelot. Let's bring him up to 5 and you can see this increasing here for us. So if you don't catch this level upgrade number, you can always check here for that level that our Lord is at. So we just brought him up to 6. And let's go to my troop page, back to Lancelot, and we'll see our load size has increased again. So this is a good way that you can keep your power low. Like I said, you can take and use different Immortals. So even if there's one that's not really well developed, we'll put you on your... he's already in a march, so we'll take and throw this one in. And then a lightning one. Like I said, I try to keep them so there's no synergy between the 4 Immortals I've selected, so I'm not increasing my power for a farming march, but I am keeping my overall troop load size. And like I said, we've just increased it because Constance does have a boost to 10. So if I boost all of these to 10 to make them equal, we'll go back here to my Immortal page. I'm going to just put it by unit so I can find my unit. And let's start here. So let's get you to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll boost you to 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. We'll get this one up to 10. And then we'll take and boost all of my Immortals as well. And what's Constance at 6? We have you at 5, so we'll get Lancelot to 6 too, so that way they're all equal. And then we'll do this one to 6. And we'll just click on through. As we're boosting them, just note that each boost will give us some additional benefits here. So resilience rates, crit levels, troop numbers, all of those are going to take and help us. And one of the reasons I'm looking at is the damage that they do. So it's the troop number one that's really going to help us with that power there. I just went to 7 by accident. 7. We'll see if we have enough to get all these to 7 then. Just because my OCD likes to keep things all equal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Activate those there. 7, 6, 7, 6. We want you at 10, 10, 10. So let's get these to 7 too. That one there. And power that one up there. Now we have those. They're all boosted to level 7. They're all leveled up to 10. Let's look back at our troop load. And we'll see that we're now at 1,114,180 for farming. If I have that for 4 farm marches plus my main march, I do a fairly decent job. And like I said, it doesn't really matter the type of Immortal you have, because as you can see, my main march, which is significantly more powerful, it's bringing in not too much more. I could boost these ones up and probably get them as equal to that main march without too much power being afforded. The last thing I want to share with you is I just want to point out the fact that the dragon doesn't really have much impact on that load size. So whether you have the dragon on or off, when you're farming, the dragon doesn't do anything except for protect you. So if you are in an active server and let's say it's a killing event and someone is looking to gain honor from taking your nodes that you're farming, then the dragon can help protect that node for you. But otherwise, it's not bringing in any other resources. So if you want to keep your power down again, if you're not using the dragon in your main march, I wouldn't recommend putting a dragon in your farming marches in season 1 through 3 in preparation season, especially if you are thinking about jumping backwards in migrating to another server. If you like the content, please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.